back single elimination Mirrodin, and we're going to get started on that now. Now, Mirrodin's really cool because red and green are the best colors because they have artifact hate and it's really cheap. And killing artifacts is great. So, those would be colors I'd be happy to be in. Black has Disciple of the Vault, which can be very powerful. You'll be running a lot of artifacts. Mana is lower than most people would think. We will not be running our normal 18 lands. This is a 14 to 17 land format.
And we want artifact lands. That's an important thing in this format.
If we're Affinity. We can also be artifact hate. You can just play like Shatters and Deconstructs main board and be like, I don't care.
So should we take Shatters over anything else we don't think we're going to play?
It's like removal for the entire format.
So yes. Yes is the answer. Well, that was really quick.
Alright, so Culling Skulls, no. Farsight,
so you can just scoot it on down because the basic lands are the artifact lands. Oh, right. No, the basic lands are just in there because they're artifact lands.
So, cost cards that I would consider picking are Bone Splitter, Tel Jihad Chosen, Sky Hunter Patrol, and Great Furnace.
Alright, so the Culling Scales is not worth it in this one, and the Protection from Artifacts Elves is also not worth it.
Tel Jihad Chosen, Sky Hunter Patrol, Bone Splitter, and Great Furnace.
Oh, okay, so that was on your list. Okay.
I would like to start with Bone Splitter because to me it's the best equipment.
Okay.
And it will kill people. And killing people is nice.
Well, that's
pretty good. To me, it comes down to Bone Splitter or Great Furnace, and I'd rather pick Bone Splitter because I don't know if the crazy Affinity decks will necessarily be as open, and Bone Splitter will be good no matter what we put it on.
And so are the Gauntlets any good?
The Gauntlets are playable, but on the worst end. First of all,
you have to put it on Vigilance, right? Basically,
or move it around. You want 3 pieces of equipment basically at max, and you have to move this around, and it's expensive. It costs 3, whereas me just paying 2, I get +2 immediately.
Now, how much does flying matter in this set? Because in the last set, it seemed to matter a lot. In 8th edition is what I'm trying to say.
All right, so we've got Detonate, Rustspore Ram, a second Bone Splinter, which I'd still be happy to pick up.
And another Great Furnace, actually, and another Volshot Gauntlets. This looks almost exactly the same as the last pack. There's even a Journey.
Alright, I'm actually a little bit down on Detonate because it costs so much. I think I'm going to take Bone Splinters, then we're going to start picking up some creatures. Right,
Put target permanent you own on bottom of your library. I've never...
Tel Jihad Stylus is more of a combo piece.
So what is that combo with?
Here, nothing. It's usually used in like EDH style formats and stuff. You can use it to save creatures of your own. You can put stuff. You can recycle into the battlefield effects and stuff like that.
Okay, so probably not useful for the draft.
Right. I'm going to take my second Bone Splinters, and then I'm going to avoid equipment unless we see a Luxon Warhammer, which I will snap up because it is just seriously a bomb. And we're going to start picking up good creatures and things to destroy things. I would consider Turn to Dust, but I think I'd rather have the good piece than the Turn to Dust. And Detonate costs quite a bit of mana. Because you have to pay its converted mana cost.
Yeah, you have to pay its converted mana cost. I don't even know what Shared Fate is. Bottle Gnomes always seem cool.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and let's check real quick to make sure we know what cards have what prices.
Yeah, we've got plenty of time to do that.
Modern, Mirrodin.
Starts with an M.
Starts at the beginning.
And then...
Oblivion Stone, Glimmer Void, Chalice, Chrome Mox, Charbelcher.
That's about it. Okay.
Isochron Scepter is the only one to consider. Okay, so I want to pick up the Mana Fixers because this is essentially a 5... Oh, we can take Deconstruct. So Deconstruct or Leaden Mirror are what I would consider good. Fabricate is a tutor, but tutors aren't as good as they seem, even if you can tutor for almost anything, just because you take time off. So do we want to kill things, or do we want to have just...
Now, what about the Slagworm? Is that worth playing?
The what?
Slagworm armor.
No.
06.
No, we don't need more equipment.
Okay. So we're going to take Deconstruct over the Leaden Mirror.
This early, seeing these kind of stuff, I want to. The fact that Deconstruct came around so late makes me think that...
Alright, so Mesmeric Orb is not something we need to worry about.
It's worth $3.
It's worth $3, so that might be worth it. Do you think that is better than the Tree of Tales?
$3? Yeah, $3 is definitely worth it.
Because so you pay $10 to enter this tournament, or 100 points if you manage to get 2 wins, and it's single elimination. Molten what? Molten Rain? Oh, not anything online. It's worth money in real life.
Oh, all right. So for me, the actual pick to play would probably be Ironmoor over Tree of Tales. We're more likely to be the sort of green-based beatdown deck. where they don't want to keep in their artifact hate quite as much because we have less good artifacts and we're running a lot of good creatures.
Now, is Mesmeric Orb going to get played at all? Like, is it a sideboard card? Is it a viable
You
strategy?
can. You can. Against controlling decks, you can play it, and they will kill themselves.
Alright, so we're not completely wasting this pick. A foil Shattered Fate. Now, is Frogmite good in this format? In the Triple Mirrodin? Because I would think it is.
It can be fine. We're not quite that deck. I would either take Goldmere or Wormskin Forger. Wormskin Forger is a little bit expensive for me, and this is a faster format.
That is super expensive, actually. So what about Welding Jar, the just regenerate, basically?
No, that's not it.
So is that for the Affinity decks, though?
No. If I was playing Affinity, I would pick Frogmite, and if Frogmite wasn't here, I'd just pick a good artifact. Irradiate can be good. We could take Irradiate, its removal. I actually just want to start picking up creatures that make mana, so we can play as many colors we want. You can easily be 3 or 4 or 5 colors in this set.
Alright, I hope Razor Barrier comes back around. I think that's pretty good.
Alright, so we've got 1 Dozen Eyes, Auroch Transfixer, Seed of Cyanide this late is actually really good.
Yeah, I think people just don't know. I mean, this is the second day, right?
Yeah.
Now, what about the Spell Bombs?
I don't think any of them are worth running.
Okay.
The red one, maybe. Okay, so to me, I think I want to take either 1 Dozen Eyes or the Transfixer. The Transfixer is going to tap down a lot of creatures and keep them out of combat. 1 Dozen Eyes basically makes us as many things as we can possibly play. And I think we're going to go for a heavy mirror theme, and I'm going to pick up a couple expensive things.
Okay, so here's our expensive thing. So I think the land out of this, or Protection for Artifacts Reach.
Is that probably Blinding Beam, actually?
Ooh, tap 2 creatures, they don't untap, and you can entwine it.
Yeah, that's
so we're trying to go long here. Right?
Well, this could just swing a race too. Let's say our opponent's going to kill us. We can, they attack us.
Okay. Do you think that's better than the land?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, we don't want to have as many artifacts as many other players because having less makes us... If you can afford to not play the artifacts, your deck is better, but most people's decks will just play a bunch of artifacts.
Okay. Let's see.
All right.
Are we back to our original pack?
I think so. No, we're not.
No, it's the next pack. I think we want the Cleric or the Regenerate Artifact guy. Probably want the Cleric, actually. We've already got one expensive card. Do we want to take a second one?
I'm happy taking a 4-drop that just a 2/3. The creatures kind of are bad in this set. So we can either take the Minder or the Golem, and I'm fine with either. I actually kind of think I might just take this one.
Okay.
We might end up with Incidental Blue. If we don't, it's fine. Creature quality is much lower in sets like this. This is our original pack. Notice how most of these cards just don't do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just having a 3-mana 2/2 is fine. The quality of cards is lower. We would be picking the spell bombs higher if we were one of the really cool, fancy artifact decks.
Synergistic artifact deck. Hopefully we'll get to do this a second time.
Yeah.
We'll get to try something like that.
But right now, I'm just looking to build a really base level.
Well, there's another elf replica.
So I'm considering Inertia Bubble, because this stops artifact creatures. Basically, his artifact creature or ability doesn't stop. Or Turn to Dust for the sideboard. I think I'm going to take the Turn to Dust.
So I think I like the creature or the Inertia Bubble better.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and take this to sideboard then.
Well, so there's another Inertia Bubble. That's
we could take 2. Or
there's another Turn to Dust, actually.
We could take our first Fabricate if we find something cool. I think that Fabricate's not always going to be playable because it's a tutor, but if we have the right targets, it'll be very powerful.
Okay.
So
I think that's better than the Turn to Dust then?
I do. I think we're going to get more Turn to Dust coming through.
Yeah, that seems like a no-brainer right there.
Yeah, and just 1/1s, right? You put some Bone Splinters on a 1/1.
And you're going to splinter some bones.
Okay, this is a tricky one, because I think Neurok Familiar is playable.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I don't actually know what Shared Fate does. If a player would draw a card that player exiles and does it face down...
Yeah, basically you play each other's hands.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But you have to pay your mana, right? So if you don't have their color mana...
Yeah, Shared Fate is usually played in 5-color. There are modern decks that play Shared Fate, they're just tier 2. Or tier 2.5.
Okay.
They're pretty rough. But we have Neurok Familiar, which is a 1/1 flyer, and if you show the top card, if it's an artifact, goes to your hand. That card should be much higher, by the way. It's not as good for us. Okay, that's pretty good, too. But as you can tell, a lot of these things care about a lot of artifacts.
So going that direction, I noticed we seem to pass a lot of blue, but a lot of blue was passed to us. So right now we are 3 colors So we're probably going to cut one of them, obviously.
Probably not.
Now, so scroll it on down because there's another card.
All right, yeah. We're going to go with the rust here. It's just hard removal.
That's pretty good.
I'm hoping to wheel... I like Rustmouth Ogre. My real goal, though, is to get cards with just one color, right? And pick up more Myr. If you get the different colors of Myr, half of our deck might be colorless, which means that we don't have to have that much mana of other colors. Wheeling cards I would be excited about would be... We can either commit hard to double white and play a heavier white deck and be rewarded with things like...
Well, and there's a lot of clerics and soldiers and stuff, and knights in this one, right?
Kinda. The Lean and Sky Hunter, right? That's a payoff white card and stuff. And there are other good payoff white
bone splinters.
Mm-hmm. But the other payoff is we could be this light white, light blue, light green deck that doesn't run that many hard colors on anything, but can pay a lot of different abilities. We have white and producing, green abilities, blue, all that kind of stuff. So it's
now, how much is the Elder going to matter? Like the gaining 1 life for every artifact?
Or
the power conduit to power up our crappy artifacts.
Alright, so here we go. We've got a lot of good stuff. Skeleton Shard. Very strong in the right deck. Thirst for Knowledge. Very powerful. Electrostatic Bolt. Probably my pick.
So we're not picking colors here, I've noticed. So I like to commit to 2 colors and stick with it.
That's not this kind of format because it's such light on the colors.
Okay, so we might end up 5 colors.
Mm-hmm.
And we're hoping to get some mirrors. Now, do we want to take another mirror over this?
No. Actually, I think I would rather take Thirst for Knowledge than anything else. It is 3, draw 3, discard 1.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So maybe we can stay out of red. I would have liked to be green-red or green-red-white ideally, but blue does seem to have some sweet cards coming through. But Skeleton Shard, Thirst, Electrostatic Bolt, like look at the quality of those commons. Electrostatic Bolt.
This is only the second pick or something.
Silver Myr, Regress, Pirate Spellbomb, basically anything except for Wrench Mind and Predator Strike is very good in this pack.
Well, I mean, the Spy is pretty good too.
It's good.
Alright, so it looks like we've got 2 artifact lands. We've got another Elf Replica. And then we've got the Nim Lasher and Nim Shrieker.
Alright, so I think this is time to take a land. And I think I'd rather have the white lands.
So I would actually say the blue one, right? Because we've got a blue activated ability and a green activated, but a gold mirror. Doesn't matter either way.
Sure. Proteus Staff, that's an interesting card. What is Cloud Post worth? Probably nothing. Let's check.
It's not on here.
Nope, Glimmer Void is the one that's on here. Okay.
Is that because Cloud Post is bad?
Yeah, it's only playable in Legacy. We could play a Null, which counters many things.
That's pretty cool.
Or we could take Vault of Whispers, although I don't know if we're playing black. Or we could take Jotun Grunt. So for me, I think it's a Null or Jotun Grunt. I think I just want more creatures.
Yeah, because we don't have very many creatures. And it's getting close to halfway through the second pack.
Yeah, we want to be at 14 plus creatures. Alright. From this pack, I'd like to wheel either the Golem or the Elder, preferably. Okay. Cheap cards are nice. Or Incubator.
I don't think that's one of the money cards, but you might want to check real quick.
It's not.
So the protection from artifacts seems pretty good. The Terror?
The fact that it
says
says
a little weird.
Non-artifact makes it a lot worse than you think.
So the Terror would almost every other set be really great.
Maybe we're splashing green. Maybe we're blue-white with just a Deconstruct and 1 dozen eyes.
Maybe. Well, does that change our pick then?
No. There's not anything else particular. We could take the Lumen Grid Ward, but the payoff for this playing is much better.
Okay.
Protection from artifacts is very potent.
Especially if we can never attach your Bone Splitters to it. So.
Oh, gosh, I forgot about that. Grim Reminder. Search your area for an online card. Reveal it. Each person casts this. That's not good. That's not good. That's good. We could take Needlebug. Or we could take... I want to take Needlebug. Protection from artifacts and flash just means that this can block a lot of times.
Yep. I also like this Soldier Replica.
Yeah, it's another powerful card.
Because we've got these 2 awesome Bone Splitters, but we've now got 2 protection from artifacts creatures. I've never heard of Quicksilver Fountain.
At the beginning of each upkeep, that player puts a flood counter on a non-island they control. And then if it makes it an island, you just keep gaining islands till everything's an island. When everything's an island, everything goes away.
Oh, nice. I like the Alpha Mirror. I like the Steel Wall. I don't know if we need another expensive card.
We could just take that. Wait.
So Steel Wall's good.
Like,
Oh, actually, that guy's good
when
too.
it enters the battlefield, tap target permanent. That's nice. I just like. Well, we could take the Alpha Mirror though.
It's either one.
Let's try that. I am not familiar with that card.
All Strike is a pretty fun card. I don't know if we're going enough white. Did you say we're trying to go white and blue?
Yeah. For me, it's either Draw Scorpion or Inertia Bubble. Maybe we just take another Inertia Bubble and have a bunch of things that tap down things.
I don't know. I do like the idea of committing to two colors at this point, though. So we're going to try to go white and blue, I believe, right?
Yeah, and we might just splash a little bit of green for the deconstruct and for the 1 dozen eyes. Alright, so
the Golem.
or we could take the Elder. I don't mind having another 1-drop.
Either one. Either one's fine.
And 1-drops are better in this set just because we have the 2 pieces of... Here we go. Tel Jihad, Exiles.
So we're trying not to be those colors, though, so what about a Regress?
I don't mind being 3 colors. Like, look at the number of colored cards we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Well, I mean, that's most of the cards, though.
Well, we have 8 colorless cards. I think I'd rather have the ability to play a powerful card than a... Alright.
So Elf Replica is probably the pick here.
Yeah, I'm not excited about that, though.
And we've got one more pack, and the rest of this pack. Well,
I guess I'm just going to take Proteus Staff here.
Either that or another 1/1. I mean, Proteus Staff isn't worth anything. So.
Well, no, but it can be really good against bombs. You can use it to repeatedly kill bombs and make your opponent get other creatures, which seems weird, but there's a couple bombs that you have to actually answer, and it is an unconditional removal type.
Whatever.
Yeah, sure, we'll put that to our sideboard. I'm not using any of those cards are playable. Alright. And coming to the last pack, I do want to pick up 1 more piece of equipment and 4 more creatures. Let's move this over here.
Yeah, just so it's easier to see.
Actually, I want Inertia Bubble in.
So you want 4 more creatures, you said?
Yeah, we want to be at like 17 creatures.
Okay.
Okay, let's take the sideboard.
Wow.
And we'll make some cuts.
Yeah.
Likely, let's go ahead and start moving the green creatures
Yeah,
over
let's try to take green out and see what happens. Of course, we've got a couple elf replicas that I guess we'd have to keep some green in if we wanted to activate them.
Not necessarily.
Alright, so I don't think we have to worry about that.
I think I might just take my 3rd Bone Splinter and then start picking up the mirrors pretty aggressively after that. Or we could take Duskwalker. It becomes blocked, regenerated.
That seems pretty good.
Alright, I'm going to take the Bone Splinter and be happy with anything Iron Mirror, Duskwalker, Mirror Adapter, Soldier Replica, or Shatter.
I think we should take Mirror higher in the next packs.
Alright. Okay, so this cleans us up for that. Isochron Scepter is an option.
How many targets do we have for that?
No, and I think it's only worth like $1 too, right?
It's worth 70 cents.
Yeah, no, I'm going to pick a real pick over this one. I think. Do I have a real pick?
Well, I mean...
If we're green...
The Golem's not terrible. I think we're white, though. I don't think we're green.
Okay, well, I'm going to take Thoughtcast.
You think Thoughtcast is worth it for us?
Oh, yeah. We'll have some artifacts. It's going to play.
I don't think Rule of Law is something we want.
Okay, card, land.
Yeah, we definitely want the Guard.
Or we could take Sky Patrol. I'd rather have Leonine Den Guard, though.
Yeah, I wish we could have gotten more of those, actually. I mean, let's not forget Mirror Enforcer, too.
It won't be as good as those, but yeah, fine.
I hope it comes back around. I hope we can get another Leonin guy.
Yeah, and if the Archon's Fisher comes around, we'll have a decent amount there. And hopefully we can get down to the point where we're just either playing or not playing any green at all or just splashing it very lightly. What does our deck look without green?
So the Shard is not worth it, I don't believe. What about the Omega Mirror or the Soldier there? The Soldier looks pretty good.
Now, the Tree of Tails also looks pretty good, too, and Sun Droplet seems like it'd be a pain to play around.
You just kill them over time. It's not too bad, because the format's so much slower. You gain more life, but overall, you just die to an overwhelming board state eventually. For me, it's either... I think it's just the Soldier, really. We have enough 5-drops, don't we?
I think the Soldier seems the best. Sun Droplet would be fun. I don't know if it would work out so well. Tree of Tails would be good.
This is a late shatter. I'm sad we're not in red, because then we could have had multiple shatters.
Oh, yeah, that would feel really good. Man. So I'm looking at the Warden or the Vault. I think we've got enough equipment.
Well, the Longbow pings things off, and as you might notice, a lot of creatures have 1 toughness here.
That's true.
It's the kind of card... I think we have enough cards for our main board, and this is the kind of card I want to run in my sideboard, because it will wreck some decks.
Okay. So I would like to take a couple more good creatures to cut some of our bad creatures.
I agree with that. And we are getting lower on picks.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close to done here.
Do we have any other creatures out here? No, not really. What do we have going on? Alright, let's move Fabricate to the sideboard. I don't have anything that's super exciting.
Yeah, let's move Deconstruct and all the other green stuff.
You want to see what it looks like without green?
Yeah, just...
See, the quality of these 3 green cards is great. Alright, we can take Broodstar. This pack was stacked, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's why they took so long to pass it to us, right?
Right, so we've got Broodstar.
So the Sky Club Hunter is also very good. Probably will not come back around. The Disciple of the Vault is also very good.
It's not as good in our deck. So for me, it's Broodstar or...
I think Broodstar is going to be the thing we want. We're going to definitely make it a few cheaper.
7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10, 11, yeah. So it'll be pretty cheap.
And it'll be flying.
And it's a star.
Now the Sky Hunter Club will actually come out more and do more damage probably. However, it might will, whereas the Broodstar probably will not.
Yeah, I want to try out the Broodstar. I've heard it's very powerful. I'm not as familiar with it.
I like the Chromatic Sphere. I don't know if we want to play that over Draw Scorpion.
I think I'd rather... well, Chromatic Sphere does open us up to, if we need to splash, we can splash when we need to.
Yeah, and the Omega Mirror is probably a little better than some creatures we have, just because we have 3 Bone Splitters at this point.
Right.
And trading something for, trading something and them getting a 2-drop and us, having to re-equip a Bone Splitter is pretty good.
I think we're just taking another Elf Replica.
Yeah, I don't really like Elf Replica. I mean,
The fact of the matter is, 3-mana 2/2 in this format's fine.
Yeah.
We just want to see if we can put one of our Bone Splitters on. I was really hoping to get something other than a Bone Splitters, but we just didn't see any equipment that were good. That weren't.
I was hoping to get my favorite equipment, the Luxon Warhammer.
Yeah, it's an uncommon in this set because they didn't know how equipment worked.
Yep.
And it's awesome.
It later became a rare, and it stayed that way.
And in the sense it's a rare, it's usually one of the best rares, if not the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anybody that has that, we're going to hope we can destroy it.
Yeah, Inertia Bubble doesn't stop that.
Yeah, doesn't it just... I don't even know what it does. I've never played it.
Inertia Bubble just taps it down. Tapping down equipment doesn't stop it or do anything like that.
Ah.
Alright, so we can either go with the Soldier Replica, which I think is going to generally be better than Mir.
You think that'll be better than the Mirror?
Yeah, it's just better on its own. The fact of the matter is this becomes a, 4-2, and this becomes a 3-3. Right? But by itself, it's just way better.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's cheaper. Or not cheaper.
No, it's the same price.
Alright, so we can take Annul or Draw Scorpion.
I like the one Annul because I don't know if we're playing another 4-drop. I mean, we might.
We only have 2
but
drops.
I think there's a Draw Scorpion in the next pack, too, if it didn't get taken. Or a couple packs later.
Okay.
Well, I didn't see another Annul. I think we want the 1-drop.
Definitely. Alright, so let's go ahead and take our Omega Mirror over our Disarm.
That seems fine. I don't think Disarm is the kind of thing I want to play. I think we got pretty lucky with these picks. Yeah, so Draw Scorpion didn't wheel, but I don't know if we'd play it anyway.
Alright, so now we have to make the cuts we need, and we're going to pull in a lot of actual other cards and look. So green was kind of open.
Seemed to dry up. I think people were allured by the, just power and toughness. aspect of the green.
For what it's worth, this is one of the older sets, and power and toughness is very important. Green has it in spades. I like our Bone Splinters to let us trade with people's power and toughness.
Yeah, so that's another reason to take the Bone Splinters so early, is because it's so much power that we can equip to so crappy a creature early game.
Oh yeah, we do not have very many good creatures. In fact, I would say we have...
we have Broodstar, that's a good creature.
Yeah, that might be our only one. But Bone Splinters turns all of these kind of...
Now, in this set, the Vigilance creatures are probably good, too.
Alright, so let's see. Is there anything we want to get out of here? So this is sideboard. This is my little fancy
No, so you're
sideboard.
advocating playing less than 17 lands in this format? Because it looks like we have a pretty normal curve.
We probably...
maybe a little low, so maybe more like 16 lands. But I'm not seeing, like, the crazy... Oh, we can play 13 lands, we'll be fine.
Well, yeah, but we could have been, like, an Affinity deck.
Oh, yeah, if we're Affinity, I can definitely see playing way less.
Right, because if you're Affinity, this is 2 mana. And we could have picked these up higher. We didn't need them. In fact, we only have 2 Affinity cards, so I'm fine with how many we have. Alright, so let's go ahead and set this up here. We have 28 cards, so we need to make some cuts, and I want my cuts to be non-creatures. Right, we have 19 creatures, so we have a couple creatures we can cut. Alright, so we've got 2 Inertia Bubbles... 3 Bone Splinters.
Yeah, I think we want to keep all that.
Thirst for Knowledge, Blinding Beam, Arrest.
These are all the removal spells and draw card spells that he's putting aside. The things.
All right, so we have a few too many spells because this is 9. We don't want to run 9 non-creature spells, right?
Yeah, and I don't know what you would rather cut, Thirst or Thoughtcast.
We're gonna start with the Inertia Bubbles.
Both of them.
We already have some other removal. We have Blinding Beam and Arrest.
All right.
We'll bring in the Inertia Bubbles for artifacts that matter. Right. But the fact that we can trade them with the Bone Splinters, like Bone Splinters, like a sort of not really removal spell as well.
Yeah, it just makes our creature big enough to remove things.
All right, so we need to cut some 3-drops. I like these 1-drops. We could cut the Leonine Elder. The life gain might not matter much.
Yeah, I just like that it's such a high kill target, I think, because we're going to play it and they're going to be like, oh, they're going to gain a crazy amount of life. Why would they play that otherwise? And then we're going to stick some Bone Splinters on it and trade a 1-drop for something bigger.
Alright, so I think I want to cut 2 Elf Replicas.
Just because they have green in them, I would say.
Well, just because they're just 2/2s for 3. Which is not what I want to play.
Yeah, I would rather play those 1/4s for 3. And what's the Soldier for 3?
It's just a 1/3 that we can pay 1 and a white to do 3 damage to attacking blocking creature.
Oh.
Alright, so we've got some good guys there. Now, there is an argument you can make for Elf Replica in some matches being better than the 1/3.
Does it gain trample? What does Elf Replica do?
You know, we could just... Well, we're running 1 soldier, 1 of each. We could just run... I like the higher toughness, especially with the Bone Splinters. And we've got... One artifact enters bone, may tap target permanent. See, that's good. That lets us tap down stuff and get through damage.
Yeah, not to mention that one's flying.
Right, and we've got...
that one jumps.
Back.
Let's see. So we've got a really decent amount of flying. Does the Dingard gain flying, or does it gain something else? I don't remember. Vigilance, right. Vigilance is really good with the gauntlets.
Right, if we equip a Bone Splinter, it's a 4/4 Vigilance.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it attacks that way on turn 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Okay, so we can cut 1 more card, and...
So I like the mirrors too much.
Or we could run 16 lands. Now, let's look at our curve. Like, realistically, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can run on 3 mana.
Really low curve. So I think 16 lands is fine. I don't know if any less than 16 is okay.
I'm thinking I do want to run 16. I'm not usually...
Now, we definitely want to run that 1 artifact land. Maybe even... Did we take 2 artifact lands?
We did not.
Okay.
And there's no other artifacts that I particularly want to run. Let's look at our sideboard options real quick. We have a lot of powerful ones, by the way.
We do.
We
can actually turn green.
All of these blue cards are playable. Override's not a card I want to run because we don't have that many artifacts, and I don't like to hold up counters that often. But Annul, Inertia Bubble are all very powerful. We can bring them in a lot of matches where we're not just beat down.
Yeah.
Fabricate and Verdial Longbow pair very well together for us to get to a position where we can kill stuff that's small. If we have to absolutely kill stuff and we need a way to kill things multiple times, Proteus Staff can do that. You put the target creature on the bottom of its owner's library, and then
they get a new one
from the top. And you can only do the sorcery. But the fact of the matter is, if somebody isn't running equipment, if they're depending on Brood Stars to win the game, you can just kill the Brood Stars.
Yep.
It's not the best thing ever, but it does stop certain decks and puts a real cramp in that style.
Now, do we want to perhaps run one less land and run the Chromatic Sphere? Is that worth it?
I think that's a poor idea, and
because we're 2 colors.
Because it can hamper your, like, let's say that you have a 2-land hand and you want a 3-land, and that would have been the 3rd land.
Yeah.
And now I have so many drops that are early. If we had a shifted upward curve, I think that makes more sense. And like, let's say we had a lot of 3s and 4s. Our deck was mostly 3s and 4s, and we didn't need to be at 1 and 2 so tightly, but we need that 1 and 2. And the fact that we had to spend 2 mana to get a card is just too much trouble for us. Mm-hmm. Alright, so I'm actually pretty happy with this overall.
Alright, let's add some lands to it.
Let's make sure just one more time. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it just looks really nice. And these 3 bone splinters will be good. We have 2 draw spells.
But theoretically, all of our spells should cost around 3 or less, right? Because that thought cast we should never have to cast for 5.
Let's go ahead and make this half and half. I actually just like an even split here. We have plenty of mana. 8 and 8 is great.
So I think we have more activated abilities that are white, but we have more blue cards or something like that. Just from me glancing at it.
It's 6 and 7. We have 2 white abilities. We have a double blue card. It's basically a wash.
Yeah, and then we do have the elf replica, which we cannot activate. I don't know if that's a good thing.
How many enchantments did you see that were good other than Arrest?
That's a good point.
I think Arrest is literally the only enchantment that's significant. So it's not a big deal. If we want, we can side in green later, but I don't think we need to either.
Yeah, so we have 1 protection from Artifacts guy, which will be good at blocking, not so good at attacking. We might want to pull him out.
He has Flash as well.
Yeah. We might want to pull him out if they aren't playing the Artifact deck.
Yeah, I would.
Or a deck with very little artifacts, whereas,
right.
You wouldn't pull it out against us probably unless you didn't see our artifacts.
So if they had a light deck of artifacts, I would just put Elf Replicas in over things like Needlebug. And it doesn't matter that it's not a more powerful card. We just have it sitting there strong. And our deck, would not mind. If we were green or red, we would be running our Deconstructs and our Shatters main board. Inertia Bubble doesn't get rid of things like equipment. It just gets rid of creatures, and you don't always just want to tap down a creature for 2 mana. Like, would you be happy using Inertia Bubble on any of these cards, really?
Not really, no.
Me either.
I mean, we did draft...
If you could put an Inertia Bubble on any of these creatures, would you think it was worth the card? Just point to any of them. I don't think there are.
No, probably not.
Which is my problem with Inertia Bubble.
I mean, maybe if you had to get through Needlebug, but, not great.
It doesn't untap during its untap step. Alright, I'm going to submit this, and I'm going to be right back.
Alright. So I'm going to talk about the prize pool for a second here.
Yeah, just bring up what's expensive.
Oh, well, I'm also going to talk about how much they cost. But the prize pool for this one is, it's single elimination, so we have to win, 1 to get anything. And then after we win 2, our whole thing is paid for. Would you like to play first? I think we do, in fact, want to play first. We're pretty aggressive. All right, we have a Bone Splitters and a 2-drop, which is the Leonin Guard. That is a keep. Now we can have 6. We can F6 their whole turn. I did not expect it to start that quickly. And we're about to introduce them to the Pain Locker. So there's their Pinger, not very effective against us right now. Alright, we've got a land. We've got an equip. And then we've got an attack. Cast instance and activate abilities.
I'm going to go to the attack here. And then F2. Alright, second main phase, I'm going to play my creature to tap artifacts. And then I'm going to F6. That was a pretty powerful start we got there. It might have been better to play the familiar. For the top card, okay. He's probably not often going to draw us a card, but see, this stops his guy pretty quickly. So what we want to do is this doesn't adjust in cost. So the affinity for artifacts cards do not adjust in cost for me on the screen.
Oh, let me take a seat.
Yeah. Go ahead.
How's it going?
So we did pretty well.
Okay, so they're going to try to destroy our artifact next turn?
Yeah, I'm hoping to give them the chance to block because I know they're not going to, and then play the soldier or the familiar, either one. Probably the soldier.
Have we played land this turn?
We have played a land this turn. I just F2 now that I've declared that as attack.
Wait, I have an idea. Let me see this real quick. We are going to...
No, don't tap their creature. If that's what you're thinking.
No.
What you playing?
When they go to equip it, I'm going to leave this up to tap their creature in response. Because if I was them, I would try to equip and deal 1 damage to
They
our
can't equip on our turn.
On their turn.
No, they're just going to sacrifice it on their turn to destroy our bone splitters, or we're going to kill them.
Yeah.
So be sure you play a creature. I'm pretty sure you want to play the soldier because it makes our brood start cheaper.
Sure. I mean... Yeah. All right.
Now, if they do go to equip it, then definitely tap it. But I think they're just going to sacrifice it.
All right.
Because we're wrecking them with this equipment.
Yeah. Yeah, Bone Splinters is unfortunately excessively potent.
Yeah, and I dropped it on the first turn followed by the Den Guard.
So you live the dream.
Oh,
How did it feel? Did it feel unfair?
It felt really good for me. It made the conversation a little boring because I was just like, and now we're going to proceed to beat the face in.
Yeah, if they... I don't think they can spend their turn just killing them.
I think they have to.
It's going to be rough on them. Yeah, it is the right play. There's no
if
play.
they pass, that's what they're doing.
That's what they have other cards in hand, but...
So what we want to do on our turn is play the familiar and hope we get another Bone Splitters and just click it and end them. Well, it won't kill them that turn. Be sure you attack with everything, though.
Alright, let's go ahead and play this first. Get lucky. Arrest. Unfortunate.
So it goes in the graveyard.
Yep.
How close are we to our Brood Star? We've got 1 artifact, so not very.
Nope. That's okay.
Full out attack.
Yep. Now, this is the downside to our deck, is without the Bone Splinters, we're basically just attacking them for 3.
Well, so the next creature they play, if it's an artifact, it's not doing anything.
Yeah. They have a couple turns to try to get something to tap down and kill our Auric Transfixer, but one of the things I liked about having our high toughness creatures is it makes it very hard for a lot of spells to kill our creatures. A lot of things in this format do 2 damage. Alright, Skyhunter Patrol will do some work.
Yeah. Well, it'll block one of our creatures, but it won't do much else. So we're at, what, 6, 7 for the Brood Star, or 3 away. So now all we can attack with it is the Leonin and the
Yeah, we attack for 2.
Soldier. Yeah.
Sorry. So we get in for 1. They could pull it back. The Viridian Longbow can kill 2 of our creatures and all that kind of stuff, which is a rough spot. And Broodstar is unplayable right now, by the way. Like, he would just... I mean, if they killed our artifact, he would die.
Oh, that's a good point. He's not very big.
No. Did we have to mulligan?
No.
I guess all of our cards are on board.
Yeah. They've played 2 things besides.
How can we get this a bit of focus better?
It's probably dirty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That seems to be fine.
Okay. Alright, so they've got good creatures.
Oh, they've got really good creatures. What is that? Sacrifice an artifact and he gets +1/+0 and gains first strike. That's
I would have
impressive.
equipped the Viridian Longbow and tried to take some stuff out, but the fact of the matter is they don't have a lot of artifacts, so I actually really like where we're at.
Alright, so we're at 8.
Yeah, we still don't have any good attacks.
Nope, we have absolutely nothing for attacks. Huh, wow. Just not drawing any creatures or equipment.
Now, our opponent isn't in a spot where they have to be very careful. I mean, we can just draw any equipment, put it on the Den Guard, and kill them. Or get in for the creature larger
very
than
quick, yes.
So they do have to respect that, but...
So I think they're going to start longbowing us at this point.
If I was them, I would start attacking for 2 and put the longbow on the Cart Clan Grunt. Because they don't have good attacks with him. Yeah. And then start killing off... I'd start with the Transfixer personally, but the Familiar could be fine to get rid of too.
They're keeping the flying guy for him, so they probably will kill the Transfixer. Oh, or play another good creature. So we can now play the Broodstar, and it's... No, we're still 1 shy of playing the Broodstar, right?
Well, it would be a 1/1.
But it would be a 1/1. Sad.
Alright, well, if we just keep drawing lands, we will lose this game.
I mean, they're in a similar boat, though.
No, they stopped drawing lands.
So
We have 8 lands. They have 7.
well, we have 8 out of 16. That's pretty rough right there.
Yeah, I mean, we are halfway through the deck too, almost. We are a little bit high on lands, but it's not too bad.
So they have 7. So
Hopefully we hit a Thought Cast. We cast our Thought Cast. I guess I could have blocked there.
oh, we don't need 2 at 16.
Oh, they're just going to kill with the longbow.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So they have this to damage.
What does that one do?
It enters with 4 1/1 counters. Whenever it blocks their text, remove 1. You can tap it to add a 1/1 counter.
Oh, okay.
It's solid.
That's pretty solid. Alright, well, we've got a 2/2 Broodstar. How ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm going to play this, by the way. Sad as that is.
I've never seen such sadness.
We're on the low end of Broodstar. That's to be for certain.
I don't think I've ever cast a Broodstar that wasn't
Huge.
scary huge.
Clockwork Vorak is actually a very hard card for us to deal with. Now, again, we can hit something like Thoughtcast into something else and just very quickly. We need to stop playing our lands, by the way, because we have Thirst for Knowledge.
Yeah, there's nothing else we can possibly. Is he
Can they-
dealing 1 damage to the Broodstar? Okay.
Oh, he's moving it and dealing
And
2
then
damage.
dealing 1 damage to the Broodstar?
That's fine.
That's actually a pretty decent play.
Yeah, but it ties his mana up.
Well, he didn't have anything else anyway. Alright, so no more lands.
Hopefully. Oh, they can give their 4/4 flying. We're going to die next turn.
Well, it's not next turn, but it's pretty close.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
One of them's on the ground.
13. If they play an artifact, we die next turn. There's the 14th damage. No, that won't work either way. Yeah.
Wow.
Looky look.
I cannot believe how many lands we just drew.
Well, there's only 6 left in the deck, so...
I feel like we'd lose a lot of games to this.
we lose a decent portion to just drawing lands. Sometimes you'll just draw a bunch of lands.
I feel like it's like a lot of the lands we lose. Or a lot of the games we lose.
It's not the most, but it is a decent portion.
I think we lose more than we do misplays, don't we?
Yes. Yes,
I
by
mean,
far.
we definitely don't misplay as much as we draw all lands or no 1 color.
That's true. Yeah. Our opponent is giving us 1 more turn. Although I don't know what we can really draw at this point. We are a beatdown deck at heart. We just drew a string of lands. We didn't have to play the Brood Star, but, I did like...
I don't know if there's anything in our deck that will save us, but there's a thirst for knowledge to try.
Yep. Okay, you can discard...
Just chunk 2 lands, right? And then play those 2 spells?
Yeah. Is that going to save us, though?
If you play just the Soldier Replica...
We can use the Soldier
Replica. And use the ability.
Yeah.
It might stop them. Might.
Awkwardly, we needed one more land for that to be good. To play both. But attacking's not good.
Yeah, so we should have dumped the Omega Mirror and kept the land, right?
No. Because we don't want to land next turn. We'd rather have a Mega Mirror.
I don't know that we have another turn.
We can kill this. We take 2...
Well, that trample guy can't kill us.
I really don't know why they're not just pumping the trample guy up.
I don't know why they're not just swinking the trample guy and letting it slowly die.
Yeah, it would have hit us for quite a bit.
It would have at least hit us for 4.
I'm going to trade my Soldier Replica for one of their flyers.
Well, you should block and then trade if they attack on the ground.
Well, the guy has trample.
With the one guy.
He is flying.
Oh, well, never mind then. They would just kill us outright, other than Soldier Replica, if they would just swing. Oh.
Let's go to blocks. Wait, do I stop here? Yes, I do.
They're playing very conservatively.
I'm not sure we're going to get out of it, but they're definitely trying to give us as many chances as possible.
Oh, I appreciate that. I don't think we could draw very many other things.
So we know they have a Goblin Replica, a Grunt, which doesn't matter. They have 1, 2, 3. They have enough artifacts that I might bring in a couple things as up artifacts.
Okay. I mean, tapping out that guy, the Clockwork guy, would be great.
But if he's the only guy, it's not worth it. Well, if we had 8 damage, we could win this turn or next turn.
Huh, so out of 18 cards remaining, 2 of them are Brood Stars.
What? We only have one.
Sorry,
Bone Star.
2 of them are Bone Splitters.
Yeah. Yeah, we they killed our first Bone Splitters, we drew a bunch of lands. Got a little bit unlucky.
A whole bunch of lands.
Yeah, sure. Alright. That's rough start. I will say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our opponent only had 7 spells, so we definitely played, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. We played 10, they played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They played less spells than us. They drew more lands.
Yeah. Those were just bigger, I guess.
We just drew a bunch of lands and we can't afford... We're an aggro deck. All of our tiny creatures don't add up to, a 2-3. Nope. Let's go ahead and F6. I don't have anything fancy to do.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just concede. Except that they've been giving us several turns, so we might have another one. We may not.
What?
So that will not kill us. You might as well block that.
Just gonna move it and shoot, right?
Well, that's why you should have blocked.
I mean, I guess.
They don't have to move anything now. Okay.
Yeah. I guess that bought us a turn.
Well. Alright, begin sideboarding. So, do we like the Thoughtcast? Do we like the Brood Star?
I do, even though they have the thing to stop our stuff.
Alright, now, do we want to put in the staff against them, the Proteus staff?
I didn't see too many creatures that were great. I like the Annul. I'm not sure if I want to take anything out, though. Do we have anything that has 1 toughness that I don't like?
Not really. I mean, maybe the guy that gains life, but...
Do I really want to drop a creature?
Not really. We could drop the Thoughtcast or the Thirst for Knowledge.
No. Those are our bread and butters.
Alright.
I'm closest to dropping Leonine Elder just because it's the worst overall card in our deck. Is there any artifact that we need? I don't think so.
Now, do we want the inertia bubbles?
Did they have a lot of 1 toughness creatures? Not really.
Not really, no.
Inertia Bubble only had the one creature. They had a couple of equipment. I don't think it was enough to bring in artifacts. Hey. I think I'm just going to drop the Leonine Elder, pick up the Annul for their later costed stuff, and then just call that that.
Alright. Let's go for it.
Yeah, we have 16 creatures. That's good. Hopefully you just don't draw a bunch of lands.
I think we still want to go first.
We definitely do. Sounds great.
Yeah. It's not as good as the last time.
No. But I still can go turn 1 Leonine Guard, or Bone Splinters.
Oh, actually, yeah, it is as good as the last time. I didn't see the card, actually.
Yeah. And then turn 2 Leonine Guard, and then turn 3 Equip, leave up a Null.
I would just have 6 their turn.
Yeah. So what are they going with? They've got a Hover Cell, which I think is significantly worse. Alright, let's put them on having something really good. Because they have to have it this turn. If they let us untap, we're going to keep up a Null, we're going to make a 4-4, we're going to start going to town. The Tog is not good enough.
Nope.
Yeah, I'll attack with a 4-4.
Seems legit.
I'm going to leave a Null up, by the way, just countering one of their artifacts, because the Tog won't, be able to block. Seems nice, too.
Well, so, I don't know if you should, oh, well, they're just gonna chump block, looks like.
It's insane. I'm definitely going to leave up a Null now. The only piece of artifact removal we know they have is a creature.
The only thing to remove, you mean? Yes.
And it's not like Looming Grid Warden's going to do a whole lot. We can play and equip him should the Leonine Guard die. And he'll be a 2-3. Or sorry, a 3-3. Which is fine.
Pretty potent. Take it.
Alright.
Well, hopefully that'll do it.
There's a really good chance our opponent doesn't have anything to follow that up with. Let's go ahead and attack.
Yeah.
On the back of Leonine Dingard! I wish we had more than one of these.
Null.
Yeah. A Null is
Yeah. I mean, we should have took the second Leonin over the Broodstar.
I think we probably should have. I just wanted to try the Broodstar, but it's probably right.
I mean, at the time, I thought, oh, Broodstar will be much bigger, but really, the Leonin would probably be bigger.
I'll imagine if we had another small creature to play. All right, so we're gonna attack with 2 creatures now.
And we're gonna keep drawing lands.
Yep, but I'm gonna attack with both of these creatures.
And you should.
And if they kill one, then I'll put the Bone Splinter on the other one. If they kill both the Bone Splinter, then we'll be back to where we were last time. Hopefully not drawing all the lands in the world. They just took it? Wow. Okay.
I mean, I don't think they had any good trades.
No. Becomes blocked by an artifact creature, destroy that creature. Okay. Well,
That'll never happen. Okay.
we got a 4-4 out. It's just a 4-4.
Well, they can double block.
That's fine. So we get to kill both of their creatures?
Or we could do that. So
we put it on the warden.
Does it get +1/+1 for each equipment?
No, just the first one.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so we attack with 2 creatures that kill its creatures. He can double block, in which case we'll have a giant Looming Grid Warden that he has to answer. Or he can just, double blocking is actually... I would love for him to double block.
I think that's his best move, actually.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, because we're attacking him for 7, and if he double blocks, he has to keep playing creatures. And if we play any creature... Oh, God, what is this? Alright, we are not going to equip both this turn.
Well, why not?
There are artifacts that kill a creature and all equipped cards.
Oh, okay. So I did not know that.
Yeah, they're not terribly nice about linear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay.
So we're 2 away from Broodstar, and it'll be a 2/2.
Or 1 seat of the cyanide.
And it'll be a 3/3 with 2 bone splitters, or 1 bone splitter, I guess.
That's not good enough either, bud.
No, that is actually good enough.
How? He can sacrifice both of his creatures to kill one guy. Yeah.
But we don't have any other pressure.
Now we do. Alright, let's attack with our 4/4.
No, go ahead and click it. Because we don't need the mana. And that'll ensure the death.
Alright, in second main phase, we'll play Elf Replica.
And probably not attack it. Or probably not click it.
Oh, we can.
No, there's no reason to.
Well, we're going to play Broodstart the following turn. I'd rather attack with a really big creature.
Are we going to be able to play it the following? I guess so.
Yeah, we can.
Well, so the problem is that card you were talking about.
Right, but this represents a lethal threat.
That's a good point.
I mean, there are definitely...
But it puts all the eggs in the one basket because the Broodstar is useless if that dies with all its equipment.
It's true.
So,
And it is a red card. I just don't remember if it's from Darksteel or Mirrodin. That is one of the trickier parts about older formats. Nope, that's not it. They should leave their ability up so they can, That's a big mistake. I'm going to attack with a 6/2. They should have left their ability up so that they could have...
traded?
Traded.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's go ahead and apply our Broodstart just in case I'm missing something.
It'll just die. Oh, no, it won't. Never mind. Whoops. Play land.
Oh, well, let's go ahead and go to combat first, I guess. Hopefully they don't have a way to kill this. Otherwise, misclicks have foiled us again. Our greatest enemy, misclicks. Alright, they already know we have this, so I don't mind playing at all. Broodstar has been very underwhelming in our deck, I'm gonna be honest.
Has. The other Leonin in that one pick.
They would have been long dead.
What's that guy do?
Flying, whenever it does damage, they get a 1/1 counter.
Oh, okay. It's a slith or whatever.
Yeah.
There's no point in showboating.
I love to showboat. Look at us boating these shows. We boat those shows.
So both of one of our creatures will die.
Which one?
The one on the ground?
Okay,
It'll take out their dude.
that's fine.
Alright, swing it. Oh, wait, or our Broodstar will die.
Okay. If our Broodstar dies, they can't do that. They have to block single. They can't double block. They would die.
They can switch them.
How would that kill anything?
It would kill our Broodstar.
Oh, the Hermite Golem can kill.
Yeah, and live. So if they figure that out, we'll actually have really cost ourselves a lot here. By the way, that's one of my favorite
Oh, you're
Lions
right.
pictures.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If they had seen that, they would have really blown us out, I think.
Yeah, we should have put the other
Yeah.
one there. Good point there. I didn't catch that. I wasn't listening. I thought we were too far ahead. I shouldn't have played that land either. Alright. We'll just make
There's
this.
actually no reason to equip the other one.
No.
So don't. Shouldn't have equipped that one, actually.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that punishes us for having small toughness creatures, so you're right. This doesn't have like a kill small creature thing.
Yeah, so we would have definitely lost.
Alright, so they are definitely just,
Just blocking. Definitely play the soldier first.
I guess.
No, definitely. Play the soldier first. 3 toughness is really important, I think.
They don't have any cards in hand. They're just top decking.
Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter for the block.
Oh, excuse me. Alright, now they have to kill 2 of our creatures this time.
Yeah, there's no reason to equip that.
Alright, so after seeing what I've seen...
Broodstar is pretty rough, but it is flying, so we should have just taken a better pick, really.
Well, we had the 3-mana 2/2 flyer that gets... Or the 3-mana 2/2 that gets +1/+1
Both
flying.
games.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd been great. Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, let's go to the last game.
Both games we had the Leonin. So I like this deck. More Leonin, better. So let's go for
So we
Leonins
saw more
next
1
time.
toughness things. Do we want to pull in the Viridian Longbow? We saw like 3 different 1 toughness things.
Yeah, we can pull in the longbow and pull out something else. I'm not sure what else.
We could pull out the Broodstar.
Well, so the thing is, it's still a flyer.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And it still can get big. I mean, 1 Bone Splitter and a Broodstar, and it's a 3/1 flyer. Now, granted, it costs
A billion
a crazy amount of mana. But, I mean, flyers are pretty rare.
We've got the Cobalt Golem. It
What's the
flies.
golem do?
You pay 2 to make it fly. It's a 2/3 for 4.
I mean, we can take out the Broodstar. Now, I don't know how many things the longbow's gonna get, but once you equip it, you don't have to unequip it.
We can put it on one of our crappier creatures.
I like it on the Ocean Soldiers.
Yeah. Very good. I mean, go ahead and pull it in. We forgot something to cut.
We've got to definitely cut something. So let's figure out a cut and then decide if we want to put it in. So none of the 1 or 2 drops. I like all of those.
Yeah, I like all those. I like... so we haven't got to use Blinding Beam, but I think it'll get stuff. It also entwines to do what now? The Blinding Beam?
Both halves.
Creatures don't untap. Okay, tap and they don't untap for 4, right?
Yeah, it's really powerful.
Yeah. It's a weaker
So
version.
for me, I think it's either we run Broodstar or we run the Longbow.
Either one's fine with me. Let's go ahead and run the Longbow and take out the Broodstar. We may regret it.
Let's just try it and see where it goes this one time. They both are high cost cards.
And if it's this one time and we lose, then we don't have to play anymore, so...
You're right.
We might be able to get off another draft if that happens, if Daniel's willing. This is a much worse hand than we've had either of the 2 games, but it's not terrible.
We've got 2 drops, and we have some way to draw a bunch of cards. I'm going to keep it. And if we flood out, we just play turn 4 Thirst and discard 2 lands.
Why turn 4 Thirst?
Because we're playing turn 3 Ocean, probably.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. So I would actually keep that in my hand.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Because you might be able to Thirst.
Yeah. And we don't have Broodstar, so the only other card that cares is our drawings.
Yeah, which we don't really care if we pay 5 for that.
Well, we already have a draw spell as well. Like, we don't need a second draw spell. So turn 2 Mirror. Hopefully we draw a 4-drop. That'd be sweet. I'm playing my Mirror. I don't care about drawing off the top of my deck.
Yeah. I'd rather have the mana fixing even though we're not going to use it. I don't think.
It's acceleration.
So, next turn if we draw a 4-drop, we'll probably play that.
For sure. We only have 2.
Yes.
That's a problem.
That's pretty good. What does that one get now? Is it Double Strike?
No, it's just a 1. We're going to go ahead and play our Familiar this turn. Because it blocks.
Seems fine. We don't have anything for 1 mana.
Island, that's fine.
That's actually great.
Alright, so let's go ahead and play...
Attack. Go ahead and attack.
Well, we have 2 mana, but we don't have anything for 2 mana, so yeah.
But don't forget to play the land.
Yeah.
Definitely a basic.
And the fact that we don't need the Golden Mirror makes this attack better. I would actually usually take this trade.
What you? I wouldn't take that trade if I was him.
He doesn't have any way to kill a 1/1. Not immediately. Alright, I'm
Right,
going to
play the planes and then pass.
Yep. The fact that we played the Narc Familiar. I should have attacked with the Golden Mirror, had him trade, and then play the Narc Familiar.
Yes. Should have done that.
But there's a chance we drew a 2-mana card, and I want to be able to cast that. So it's either way on that one.
That's fine.
Nope. Killed our guy. He's getting him with this 1/1 that'll be a 2/2.
Ooh.
The fact they didn't play anything else is very attractive. Alright, I'm going to play Thirst of Knowledge first. Right? Or do you want us to play some creatures to beat down?
That's a tough decision, because his creature is getting ever bigger.
I think we should play Thirst
But
of
if we
Knowledge.
Thirst, we might get something to answer his creature, right?
Yep.
So we want to chunk the seat, right?
I think I just want to chunk 2 lands.
Why's that?
In
We
case
don't have any double blue spells.
We might need a higher artifact count, and we might draw a blue spell into a blue spell. If we draw, like, Seed of Cyanide next turn, or not Seed of Cyanide, Thoughtcast next turn, then we need blue into more blue.
I suppose it won't matter either way. We've got probably all the mana we need. I do like arresting his creature.
Yeah.
So attack for 1.
Yeah, we're going to address this creature next turn. And the fact that he didn't play more than 1 spell last turn actually really puts us in an okay position. Like, we've played so many more spells than our opponent, and we're up cards. Now, some of those aren't actual cards, but the fact that we got rid of 2 lands means a lot. And the quality of our cards, having this other island, is quite high. There's a much higher chance that our opponent has a bunch of lands, and we have 1 more land. And we don't need more than 5 lands the entire game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're going to be able to play Arrest into some creatures, into, hopefully eventually a game-ending Blinding Beam. And there's not too many ways to
I think this next turn we should arrest, play a land, spawn the elf replica.
So 3/3 gets first strike, okay.
Oh man,
4, 5,
the
6.
needle bug's gonna be good. So we can arrest his creature.
Yeah, we're going to Arrest and Ocean Soldier to block his 3/3.
Good plan. Let's do it.
Alright, so they don't have attacks. We have 3 cards in hand, none of which are lands, and they have 3 cards in hand, one of which I would assume is a land. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can play a 2-drop. Or 2, 3
Is it back to us already? Wow.
I think I'm just going to play the Needlebug on their turn.
I think you should just play 2 creatures.
Well, this one gets through. These don't. We get through with 1 damage.
And we do have Blinding Beam up, so that's pretty impressive.
And there's no reason to... There's enough combat tricks that I don't want to attack my Ocean Soldier and do this 3/3. Go Bug! Okay. So now we can play Ocean Soldier and Auriok Transfixer. Or we can play Elf Replica, Auriok Transfixer, and start tapping down their stuff. Let's go to combat first.
Yeah. Just the protection from artifact guy?
Yeah, they got a way to kill it. They have a way to kill it. It's fine.
Alright, so now we want that guy, we want the soldier.
No, we want the
replica?
Yeah, we just want maximum damage out.
Okay.
Our opponent doesn't have a way to interact with that. If they play another card, then we'll play the soldier, and we'll have 2 soldiers and a way to tap down one of their guys and all that. But
okay, so you just want to push out the most damage next turn.
they're going to draw a card. Their cards are better than ours. We have to win the game. Todd will do something.
So they can sacrifice the Atog to get rid of the elf replica.
Yeah, we'll let them do that. It's a one-time thing for them. I'll trade one of my creatures for their titanium golem. So
longbow doesn't mean much.
Tap their golem, attack with our 2/2.
And our other 2/2 that can't be blocked.
No,
they'll
still
die.
And our soldier and our golden mirror.
So we're attacking with a golden mirror?
No,
I don't think that's blocked.
Soldier, replica, tap. Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Now, what if we just blinding beam those 2 creatures?
We don't have enough damage on the board yet, but we will be doing that very soon. After we get the soldier out and just a little bit more damage. As soon as we get a significant amount of damage, all we have is a bunch of tiny, tiny creatures. Oh, our opponent just didn't do anything.
Alright, so play the soldier and the bow.
3, 4, 5.
I play the soldier and the bow.
I think I'd rather play the bow and just start shooting their stuff.
Oh, play the bow and equip it? No, I think you play the soldier and the bow and then you equip next turn.
Okay.
Because you can blinding beam and swing for more damage that way, right?
That's true.
Well, no, it's actually an equal amount of damage.
Yeah, we'll just get more things out. It's unlikely they're running artifact sweeps.
Do they exist in this set besides Shatter Storm?
Yeah, it kills things with 3 or less converted mana cost.
Oh, okay. I've never seen that card, so.
Yeah, it would wreck us, but it's fine. They're probably not running it. We didn't have enough artifacts any of the other game for it to be good. I mean, they could be running it. It would make us lose the game.
Well, I mean...
So the one game where we run for any longbow instead of the Breenstar would have been great.
No doubt. No doubt.
Pentivus, that's terrifying.
That's absolutely terrifying, in fact.
Yeah. Let's make
so that can make Pentavites and then sack them just to keep blocking, right?
Yeah. But the good news is, we have a way to get around that.
You want that on the mirror, don't you? You're not going to attack with a mirror. That is what you clicked, right?
Well, yeah, I guess it's not as good on that guy if I can't put it on him. Yeah.
No, you definitely want it on the mirror. Yeah.
Alright. So now we attack with... See, this single Atog is doing quite a bit.
Yeah, just because of the Pentavis?
Yep. Oh, we can't... We ran out of white mana.
No, we didn't. We just can't shoot and have white mana. So, next turn?
Yeah, we'll just tap something. We'll just start tapping multiple things.
So, if we Blinding Beam and tap the Atog and the Pentavis...
Then he'll make a bunch of tokens.
Yeah, but then we tap some of them and shoot some more.
It's true, and we can move it and shoot lots of them.
So next turn's gonna be fun. Why would he do that?
He had a mana open.
Ah.
It's more mana efficient. He just has to leave mana equal open to the number of Pentavites out total. We're going to start tapping down.
Well, we start shooting him, right? In the face.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of turn, if he has mana... that's a weird play, because if we shoot it...
You'll just pay one and return it.
So we'll take one to give him one?
Yeah, we got to hurry up too. We're only 5 minutes.
Oh, is that what he's trying to do?
Maybe.
Alright, so let's talk and we're playing.
I only have to shoot him 13 times, and it's less than that too, by the way.
Alright, so... Bone splinters on the...
We could... Yeah, we should just keep the blue up and then take it kind of slow and then end it all of a sudden. Let's go ahead and equip it to...
Vigilance guy, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so now...
Now we can tap down the Pentavis and attack with a 4/4.
Well, we have to tap down the 3/3/2.
Why?
Huh?
You have a 3/4.
Oh, good point. Go for it. Alright, so if he makes a Penavite, kill it.
Yep.
Right?
Well, he can just sacrifice it.
Oh, then just let your combat... Oh, well, that won't work either. So we can't get through this guy.
Right. Watch.
Well, he just sacks it, makes another one, and then goes to blocks, right?
Yeah.
So just... I don't know how you do it. This is a very stally deck.
Just because of the Pentavite.
Your time is ticking down.
Alright.
I think he's just trying to run us out of time. So we can Blinding Being and take the Atog.
Yeah. But then he can make a whole bunch of Pentavites as long as he has mana. Here, I can actually have 6.
No, don't. Because if he goes down to 1, I think on Penavus...
I'll have 3.
It doesn't matter. He can just take it back after we've done the damage.
Yeah, as long as he has mana, he can do whatever.
Oh. Penavus is very hard to play against.
Yes, it is a very not fun card to play against. It stalls the board up.
I mean, it's going to stall us just out of time, right?
No, we're going to shoot him 12 times before then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Before he kills us with Penavus? Or Penavites? Oh, well, yes, now.
How does that help?
So... Doesn't, actually. I think we're going to lose this to the Penavus.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm a little confused. Shouldn't you tap down his Penavus?
I'm about to when it goes back to us.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to tap down the Pentavis, and then,
3, 4, 5, 6.
basically I'm trying to get him to sacrifice some stuff to the Atog, so like the Titanium Goal, so we can do an Alpha Strike with Blinding Beam.
Okay.
And we have the replica up as well. And the replica can help kill something if need be.
So he will just sacrifice more Pentavites, but that's okay?
Yeah. Because Pentavites are a resource. Unless he has less damage and pressure he can put on us.
Ah.
6.
Whew, this is an intense game.
Alright, so on his turn... He has 3... He has 7 damage available. We have 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we don't win the race that way.
Well, so if he has attackers and blockers, it's so weird.
Yeah, Pentavice is a very hard card to play around. That's a problem. We can shoot 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We don't have enough turns. Alright, let's go ahead. Oh, no, cancel. Let's attack. And tap down 2 of his creatures. Tap target artifact. Tap target artifact.
So he can make 3 more blockers, right? No, because then he'll be out the mana.
Let's F3 after combat.
So he hasn't eaten a lot of his time, but we've only got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
This is getting pretty intense.
It's come down to the wire.
I didn't realize we were eating so much more time than him.
It wouldn't have mattered if he didn't play Benefice.
That's a good point. Six. And I guess you just have 6 this turn?
I'm going to deal damage.
Oh, okay.
But I'll do that then as main phase.
Like, aren't you gonna F3 and do it or something?
Yeah, at the end of combat.
Okay.
Well, his combat shenanigans take forever.
So you will save us a life if you ping the thing, but you won't get us closer to winning, so ping him.
Yeah.
And then you F6 again.
Yep. I think this is the turn we blinding beam. Wait, we tap down 1, 2. No, he still has so many attacker blockers. So we can't do that yet.
Tap our
Roy, he has to double up the amount he has to do on that, so yeah. It's blinding beam this turn.
Yeah, entwine. Sure you don't want the bigger one, not the Pentavice? Pentavice we can tap with the other dudes.
Benefice will row.
Quite intense.
I think we attack with everything this turn and leave them with 3, 4, 5.
So if we attack with everything, even every creature,
Yeah.
they block 3 of them for free, right?
But they have to pay 2 to pull all these back, though.
Yeah, that's still everything for free. And so that's the 3 biggest ones for 3, and then they got 2 actual blocks, so we do like 2 damage. That doesn't work.
Alright, so then we attack with our big creatures this turn.
Yeah, the vigilance, the elf, and the other vigilance.
So these. And then we tap the things he makes.
Yeah.
We kill 1, tap 1. And then he can do 5.
No, actually, as soon as he makes the 2 dudes, tap them. No. Just... Dang. That's hard. Yeah, as soon as he makes the 2 creatures kill 1, tap 1, I guess. No. Kill the alpha mirror and tap the Penvis.
Yeah.
And we got 20 seconds. There's just no way. And we're actually going to time out and lose, it looks like.
Yeah, and it was just due to play. I think we would have lost the game if it went longer, though, too.
Maybe. I mean, we might draw something to stabilize.
Okay.
Wait, is he sacking them during block? Oh, okay. I thought you sacked them during damage phase.
No, during blocks.
Weird.
Alright, so I think we have time for 1 more attack.
Probably won't do it, but...
Oh, what'd I do? Why did this go off?
You probably bumped it.
Okay.
Just push the button again.
Ah, we didn't even get our last attack in.
Oh well.
It was rough.
Alright.
We were a little too slow. I do want to do another draft. I don't want to do one today because I have to go in about an hour.
Okay.
But I think that, Pintavis aside, I do think that we would have lost that game the longer it went. I don't think that we were going to get out of that. Pintavis is the kind of card that I would have brought in Artifact Hate for. It's basically an unstoppable beast.
I'm very sad that one of the games we didn't really feel like we were playing. So.
Well, I mean, here's the thing about Pintavis, and that wasn't the game we didn't feel like playing. It's the land we draw lands. Pintavis basically blocks 5 cards and attacks for 5 every turn if you have enough mana.
Mm-hmm.
I think Broodstar has Trample.
No. Fly.
I thought I had both.
It's up top.
Nope, just flying, you're right. Yeah. So that wouldn't have helped either, but yeah, I don't think we had a card in our deck that got through that, really. I mean, there's a Null and a Rest, but Broodstar is a nigh unbeatable force.
Yep.
And there's nothing you could do about it. That said, if I had to do it again, I think I would have drafted the same deck for the seat we were in. I would have not played Broodstar and played that other creature.
Leonin, yeah.
That would have made a big difference. That was really it. I don't think... We could have been a green deck. There was a green deck available. We didn't know our opponent had something like Pinavite. Pinavite would have made me go... Or Pinavite would have made me go green. I would have sided in green if I'd seen that in the prior games.
Yep.
Just due to the fact that it is an unstoppable artifact. And if you can kill it, they just get 5/1/1s, which is awesome. Like, the downside to Pinavite is you play it, they go to kill it, you get 5 1/1s. That's awesome. That's a great creature.
Yep.
But we just didn't have the force to kill it there. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm not sure if we'll make it in. Friday we may or may not. But Monday the spoiler will release, and I will be covering every single colorless land, the whole set for limited, and then later that same day, me and Brad will go over the constructed cards. And the constructed cards are a little bit more nebulous. We don't know what's going to be good or not. We're just kind of talking about prior decks that have played, what the current meta game is, and Brad's played in some decently high level events. We have friends that do, so it's not like we know nothing. But we're not gonna, don't pin us as Patrick Chapin.
We're not the only source.
Yeah, but for the limited parts, I'm very confident in my limited skills there. There
Yep.
very few pre-releases where I don't place very, very well, and it just happens to do with the basics in limited, and we're going to be looking at how synergistic this is with BFZ as well, because that's super important for your drafting. For your sealed, it's mostly going to play on its own.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, Mobius pick out. We'll see you guys